a biology stream. Today what I thought we would do is we should definitely get some exam practice in, and I have been very, very reluctant to try any paper 2s, mainly because they are very bad from what I've seen. I'm a little bit scared for this. But the fact that I've never done a paper 2 before means that these are all going to be original questions that I've never seen. That means that we are going to have a lot of opportunities here to learn new things, get things drilled into our head, etc. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to be doing biology paper 2. I'm not going to even attempt paper 3 until I have a strong enough foundation on paper 2. Because paper 3 is like a fusion of paper 1 and 2. Very practical focused, which we haven't done in a long time. And it's also very focused on an essay question, which I have no idea how to write. I know the general gimmick of it is you need to be able to name about 4 things. So if a topic is diffusion, you need to be able to give 4 examples of diffusion, which, now that I'm saying, actually, what are some examples of diffusion? Again, I don't know how you'd structure a paragraph. Would you start by explaining what it is, what facilitated diffusion is, what simple diffusion is? You could talk about, like, the nerve impulses, the synapses. What else an example? Diffusion is such a very obvious one. You could talk about diffusion in so much. Wow, okay, that's cool. So that is something to note then, is for those, big paper 3 questions, you get a lot of free will with them. So as long as we revise everything, paper 3 should come to us naturally. Okay. So this is the paper from 2 years ago. Oh no! A student used chromatography to separate the different photosynthetic pigments into a chlorophyll solution. She had the following materials: chromatography paper, ruler and pencil, suitable glassware. Describe how she could use these materials to separate the pigments. Oh shit. Okay. Nice and easy question. Okay. So we are given chromatography paper. We are given, I'm gonna guess, a leaf of some description. Suitable glassware, a pen. What are we meant to do here? So, and the chlorophyll solution. Okay. Number 1, beaker. Number 2, would you use a test tube for this? Would you use a beaker or a test tube? What did we use? I think we used a test tube. Okay. So test tube, chromatography paper, the solution there. You would draw a line in pencil. You would use a cork borer to extract a tiny part of the leaf. You would press it in to basically get the pigment out. I don't know how you would word this. Let's have a look. Draw a line using a ruler and pencil on the chromatograph. Okay, easy 1 mark. That is an easy mark right there. Gonna go turn on my light. That is a very easy 1 mark. Wow, okay. Draw a line on paper. Okay, I would have gotten that whether or not I know. Use a pipette, tube, or dropper to add solution to origin line. What? Oh, okay, to add chlorophyll. Okay. Okay. Free, add solution below line. Yeah, below origin. And stop. Oh, and mark the position. Okay. Mark final position. Where solvent reaches. Okay, honestly, man, that is not bad for 4 marks. For 4 marks, that is incredibly easy. I would have maybe gotten 2 marks for that without even knowing what I was doing. So let me go quickly write this one up on the revision document, because this is going to be an easy 4 marker. Let me just very quickly type this one up, because this is an easy 4 marks, and I would have only gotten half of that there. So draw. And very quickly, you would use a pencil and not like a pen / ink, because then obviously the ink would, during chromatography, the ink would also move up the paper. I don't know how you would word that exactly. Let's quickly Google that. Yeah, because a pencil is insoluble. So a pen is soluble. So you would draw the origin line. You would add chlorophyll to origin line. This is literally the easiest 4 marks ever, and I would have only gotten 2 because of how quick I and it says using a pipette, so I'll just put that. And then mark stop when solvent reaches top. Okay, there we go. Oh, and it says accept all marks on a labeled diagram. Just gonna quickly add that. Okay. That is really good then. Okay, so 4 marks. Chromatography of photosynthetic pigments. So let's rub this out and let's quickly redo it. So I might have gotten a mark just for drawing that like makeshift diagram that I did. Which is really nice. That's a nice take. So, number 1. Number 2, this is a 4-mark question. Draw origin line on chromatography, paper, using pencil/ruler. Number 2, add chlorophyll to origin line using a pipette. Number 3, add solvents. Is it solvent or solution? Solvents, okay. I always get solvent, solution, everything like that mixed up. Same with like dilute and concentrate. I always get those mixed up in terms of like osmosis. You would add the solvent. Hold on, let me. Oh, hey man. Did you plan to what? What do you mean? I will be definitely free tomorrow. I was thinking, if you wanted, we could just meet there. So then, like, you don't have to walk anywhere. Could just meet at Tyndall and, like, you know, get scran and just wander around for, like, an hour or 2. Because I don't know how free I'll be for the entire day, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to stay out for any longer than, like, 2 or 3 hours. Because I know in, like, the evening, when I get to, like, 4 or 5-ish, I'll have to go. I'd have to go. I mean, if you wanted, you could get dropped off at mine, and then, like, you know, we could be here for, like, an hour, and then we could walk there. Because it's literally only a 30-minute walk to Tyndall from my house, which isn't bad at all. And I wonder if Bobby's working as well. Because if Bobby's working, then we could pop and see her. What time, though, would you be able to do? Because I'm trying to recall when exactly I could probably wake up at like 9:30, 10-ish. So I'd probably be ready by 12. See, if you come sometime like about 12-ish, I should be good. Just gonna have to mark this in my calendar, because God knows I'm a forgetful fucker. But that sounds good to me, dude. Alright, all good, man. Sorry. Because this is a revision stream, I will have to turn off the chat. Okay, that's good then, man. That's good. So, because it's a revision, I'll have to turn off the chat so I can use this as screenshots later, but I'll look forward to that, man. Because, yeah, we haven't really, like, actually hung out in person, I don't think, ever. You know what I mean? Like, it literally hasn't been until this summer where, like, I've started to hang out with people. So, yeah. Okay. So, using a solvent A, the student separated 5 pigments. She then repeated her method using a different solvent B. Using solvent B, she separated 6 pigments. Explain the differences. Oh, this is a weird question. Okay. So, We'll draw our chromatography paper. That's our origin line. And what it's saying is the exact same chlorophyll, has extracted 6 pigments there and 5 there. So what I'm assuming it wants us to talk about is how the 6th one is likely going to be at the top. So are we going to... What could we imply from this? That solvent B is... What's like words that you would use in relation to this? Like an RF value? Would you say solvent B has a higher RF value maybe? Oh my god, what the fuck is this mark scheme? Oh my... Okay, there are like 20 different points. One pigment is only so... What? Okay. You can say RF value. You can say RF value. Pigments have different solubilities in the solvents, or what I would have said, pigments have different RF values. So I think I would have gotten both marks, but you could have gotten this for saying that they have an affinity for water, or an affinity to solvent. So this pigment here has a greater affinity to the solvent. That is a difficult question, but I think I might have gotten that right by mentioning RF value. Solvent solubility. Let me quickly Google solvent versus solute. I want to know what it is. A solute is the substance that's being dissolved. The solvent is the liquid. Cool. Okay. So far, I might have gotten 4 out of 6 marks. Best case scenario. Oh, okay. Could we even do this one? Let's see. Glutamate is a neurotransmitter involved in the transmission of nerve impulses from pain receptors to the brain. Oh my god, what are these words? Ziconotide is a drug that can reduce severe constant pain. Ziconotide blocks the calcium ion channels at some of the synapses which use it. Transmission of glutamate at synapses is similar to that of acetylcholine. Explain how... I don't like that word. Okay. This might be an easy one, but I don't know what the question's asking. How does ziconotide reduce pain? And it's saying it's a drug which reduces the pain by blocking the calcium ion channels. Why would this be a 5-mark question? No, wait, it's in the transmission of glutamate is similar to acetylcholine. Okay, maybe we need to draw this. I am not good at drawing synapses, so please bear with me. I can't really draw backwards. Okay. So, these are our receptors. On here, they're obviously bound to sodium ion channels to carry the action potential. we have our vesicles, but in this example, our vesicles are containing glutamate. And it's going from the brain to the pain receptors. Okay, so that's our context. And it's saying that ziconotide, is a drug that reduces the pain by blocking the calcium ions at some synapses. So we have our, I'm just going to call it Z, is going to bind to this. Okay, so it is asking us, how does Z reduce pain? So you know what? I'm going to write this as if I'm explaining how glutamate works, and then we can link it to Z. So we're going to say that the... Wait, calcium ion channels. Wait, hold on, have I gotten this wrong? So... Okay. Whoa, I'm so confused now. This really makes no sense. Okay. When the action potential travels down the presynaptic neuron, the calcium ion channels cannot open as Z is bound to them. So CO2 plus cannot diffuse in, cannot cause vesicles to release glutamate. And then the rest is pretty obvious from there. Obviously, the glutamate is going to diffuse down the presynaptic... the synaptic cleft. It won't be able to diffuse down the synaptic cleft. It won't be able to bind to the receptors, which won't cause the Na plus ion channels to open, which in turn cannot carry the impulse of the action potential. Right, I just want to know if I was even on the money there or not. No calcium ions enter the synaptic knob, or less calcium enters via calcium ion channels. No synaptic vesicles move to fuse with the membrane, and no glutamate is released. No glutamate diffuses across the synaptic cleft, so less reaches the membranes of the postsynaptic membrane, the receptors on the membrane. Fewer Na plus channels open, so no nerve impulses. That would have been 5 marks. I think I would have gotten 5 marks for that. That is great. That is really great. Okay. Hey, that was a difficult question, and we did good at that. That was a difficult question, and we did good at that. That question was phrased very weirdly, but all it was asking for is simply, how does a cholinergic or excitatory synapse work, minus this part about the calcium channels. That's all it was asking. Wow, let me check the examiner report. I'm curious now. I'm very curious to see how many people would have gotten that question right. Oh, do we not have examiner reports? Where are the examiner reports? Okay. The question was an excellent discriminator, even though only approximately 7% obtained max marks and 30% scored 0. Students often refer to calcium ions being prevented from entering the synapse or presynaptic membrane rather than the synaptic knob or the presynaptic neuron. Would I have said that? No, I wouldn't have said that. Many students appreciated that calcium ions cause synaptic vesicles to move to the presynaptic membrane. Many failed to say that this would cause less glutamate to be released, or stated that the release of vesicles was prevented. Oh, I might have put that there. I might have put that. Oh, no, I probably would have got that right. And you could literally talk about synaptic transmission and get 4 marks. That's crazy. Wow, I am impressed then that I was able to do that. Sorry, not to float my own boat, but that's crazy. That was a very good question. That was a very well written question. Because at first glance, you look at that and you think, what are you meant to write about? Are you meant to write about pain receptors? Are you meant to write about, certain drugs acting on the body and, oh, what does this drug do? Why? What's the effect? No, you are literally describing excitatory synapses, but with a slight tweak in your wording to make it make sense for the question. That is crazy. That is a good question. AQA, you bastards. I'm just gonna call it Z because I can't pronounce this. Z is a polypeptide and acts on synapses in the spinal cord. So remember, Z binds with the the Ca2 plus ion channels. It binds to them. Scientists investigated the effectiveness of Z in reducing constant pain. Z was injected into each patient's cerebrospinal fluid that bathes the brain and spinal cord. I didn't even know that was a thing. Patients recorded the intensity of their pain using a statistically valid scale. Suggest 2 reasons why the patients had zingotide injected into their fluid rather than taking a pill. Oh. Why would they have it injected directly into their cerebrospinal fluid rather than their brain? Okay, I'm lost thinking of this one. Why would you have it injected directly into your spinal fluid rather than taking the pill? I'll make two guesses, but I have no idea how right they'll be. One might be that it's like faster. Are we talking about the efficiency here? Because it would be faster / more direct. Or is it that they wouldn't be able to act? Like, oh, how do I word this? If it's in a pill, then surely that would get dissolved and it would have to travel around the bloodstream. Meanwhile, if it's a direct injection, then it doesn't have to travel in the bloods. I don't know. Let's look at what the mark scheme says. This is a tough one. That is a very tough one. Yes, rapidly reaches the spinal cord. Or is too large to be absorbed. Okay. So I might have gotten 1 mark for saying it's faster. So it quickly reaches the spinal cord. Denatured by... Oh! No! Because I was literally going to say stomach acid. I was literally going to say stomach acid would denature the because it mentioned it being a polypeptide. Oh, come on, that was an obvious mark point. It mentioned it being a polypeptide. It said ingesting a pill. It was obviously wanting you to talk about how when you ingest the pill, it would reach your stomach acid, which would denature the Fuck, okay. 2 marks, I would have got 1. When the patients recorded the intensity of a pain suggests 2 reasons why it was important to use a statistically valid scale. Oh. Hey, I never thought of this as well. Why would you use a statistically So what, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much pain are you in? Okay, I will have to make 2 logical guesses. Is 1 so that they don't over/under exaggerate their pain? 2 so that it's comparable, you have comparable results. Yes, sensation of pain is subjective. Yes, I would have gotten a mark for saying could exaggerate pain. Fuck you. Number 2, to ensure... Oh. Yes, for valid comparison. Oh my god. Kiss my feet, I got 2 marks. Let's go. Easy as piss. Yeah, because the sensation of pain is subjective. You know, if you get punched in the face, it'll hurt, but the intensity of that is very different. Oh, this is something we haven't done. The phosphorus cycle. I've never heard of a phosphorus cycle in my life. I love phosphorus, but we literally cannot do this question. Let's move on. Literally can't do any of these questions. They're all ecology based. Oh no, this is a gene... You know what, we'll do this question and then we'll go, because I'm happy with what we just did there. In cats, males are XY and females are XX. Okay, so males are XY. Wait, that's how it works anyways. Why do we need to write that down? A gene on the X chromosome controls fur color. The allele G codes for ginger, B codes for black. The allele G codes for ginger fur. So G, I'm assuming it's dominant, obviously. B is for black. Okay. I'm assuming we'll need this information later. Heterozygous females have ginger and black patches of fur because they're codominant. And it's a gene on the X chromosome, so males cannot be on the X chromosome. Okay. The two alleles, F and F on a different gene, which is not sex-linked, interact. So, is this... They're not sex-linked, so will this just be regular linkage? So what... these questions are so fucking wordy. F on another gene. F equals, it's going to make it white no matter what. Lowercase f, no effect. The allele F is recessive. Okay. Name the type of interaction between the two genes affecting fur color. Dihybrid. No, not me. Whoa. I have no fucking idea. I'll put dihybrid inheritance. I don't know. Oh, yes, fucking epistasis. Oh. Oh, I hate this topic so much. Fucking epistasis. Okay. Yes, because it's like the example of pumpkins, where it's like one is orange, one is white. What is epistasis? Epistasis is the interaction between genes that affect a phenotype. So, yes, genes can either mask each other or combine to a new trait. Yes. That's what epistasis is. One gene can affect the phenotype of another gene. Okay. What phenotype would a cat with the following genotype have? Okay. So this is epistasis. Thing is, I was off when we did the lessons on epistasis, so I would not know anyways. I would not have gotten that question right even if I knew what the word was. What phenotype would it be expected? Okay, so we can rub this off, it's self-explanatory. Okay, so this is a female. X, F, okay. And it's XG. So that would be a tortoise shell. That would be a tortoise shell female. How would you write that? Oh yeah, you can just put tortoise shell female. Okay. Complete the genetic diagram to show all the possible genotypes. And that is a dihybrid cross. So remember, monohybrid, you would just do a 2x2 Punnett square. Dihybrid, you would do a 4x4. Do we have time to do this? I think we do. Wait, how would you do... No. Accept in Punnett square. Oh, how would you do this? They are not sex-linked. What the fuck? Would you do like a 9x9 Punnett square? How the hell would you do this? I'm so confused. Hold on. Let's draw this and let's try and map this out. Because that is a difficult question for 3 marks. X, G, X, G, and it's FF. And then it's X, B, Y, so obviously no effects, FF. So let's write down the phenotypes firstly. So that is going to be, because this is an F, the allele F is dominant and stops it, so this is going to be white fur. And that is a female. This is going to be a black male. Because these are recessive, so there's no epistasis going on here. There's nothing there, so it has to be a black male. This would be a ginger female, but epistasis stops the pigmentation. Okay, so it's a white female and a black male. Complete the genetic diagram to show all the possible genotypes and the ratio of phenotypes. How would you do this? Would this be... Wait, no, hold on, I'm overthinking this so badly. This is literally a dihybrid square. Oh, okay. Well, we can easily do this. Why was I overthinking that? That's piss easy. Hold on. Foil, so that would be XG, XG, FF. So that's 1, 2. Wait, we are getting somewhere. Let me cook. Okay. This is just a Punnett square. This is literally just a Punnett square. Okay. Okay. Is that right? Just making sure I'm doing this as like accurately as possible. Okay. There we go. That's for Punnett square. Honestly, in an exam, this would take so much time. This would kill me in an exam, I'm convinced. X, B, X, G, F, F. So that's going to be white. XB, XG, FF, that's also going to be white. XG, Y, FF, that's also going to be white. XG, Y, FF, that's also going to be white. Okay, I could already make a prediction as to what this is. Is this going to be a 1:2 ratio or something? A 1:1 ratio? Hold on. This has to be a 1:2 ratio. No, because it's male and female. Wow, I would have gotten everything wrong. Okay. XG. We'll just do B first. XB, XG, double F. That's going to be... Wait, that's going to be a white female, white female, white female, white female. This is going to be a tortoise shell female. XB, XG, FF, that's going to be a tortoise shell female. Oh, bro, in an exam, I would totally get this wrong. Because not only can you make so many mistakes, but you have a time limit in the exam. There must be an easier way to do genetic diagrams than this, but this is the only way we've been taught. Someone please teach me another way to do this. I'll happily comply. X G Y FF. That is going to be a... Whoa, no! That's going to be a ginger male. Okay. This is like the worst question I've ever done in my life. I'm gonna beg my teacher, please teach me another way to do this. This is the worst biology question ever. I know how to do this, but it is so time consuming. For 3 marks too? That's what? 3% of a paper? That's literally a 30th of a paper. How long is this taking me? 15 minutes? Yeah. No. In an exam, I would just make an educated guess and put a 1:3 ratio. Unfortunately, because I try too hard, it's going to have to be the proper way. They're probably... In an exam, I probably would try and do a genetic diagram, but... Oh, this would take so long anyways. Tortoise shell female. XB, XG, FF. Tortoise shell female. To be fair, because those are the same and those are the same, you probably would just be able to do some basic math to figure this out. Instead of drawing this whole diagram like I'm doing. I'm just doing this to demonstrate, I guess. Because yeah, that would be 2 ginger males. Okay, so grand conclusion is white female, white female, white female, white female. That's a 1. Tortoiseshell female, tortoiseshell female. That's a 1. White male, white male, white male, white male. To 1 ratio. And that is going to be a 1:1:1 ratio, or a 25% chance. Jesus Christ, that was a lethal question. For 3 marks, and we had to do this amount of effort. In an exam, I would hope that there is an easier way to do this that I'm missing. Because I would have no idea. Okay, so that is where we're going to wrap things up for today. That was a lethal question. I would hope that I get taught a better way to do genetic diagrams than this. I might actually spend tonight revising a proper way to do that, because drawing the Punnett square like this would genuinely be lethal. You have to basically do math 16 times without making a mistake. You have to do FOIL. You have to figure out the phenotypes here. It is a difficult question, but I'm happy we've done revision today. This has been a very, very productive hour. I'm very happy to wrap things up there for today. Very quickly, I want to check what the examiner report said. Considering this was a 1-mark question, so this is the epistasis question, 53% got it wrong. A lot of people said codominance. Okay. 2/3 of students identify the phenotype. People that didn't obtain marks only put that it wasn't female. Oh, they actually made a mistake. Okay, so they did actually make a mistake when carrying out this question. Jesus, okay. Well, anyways, I am very happy to leave things wrapped up for today, because yeah, my god, that was a fun stream actually. I enjoyed that. So what we did in this stream, just to quickly recap for the people who might be only watching now, what we did in this stream, as shown here, is we looked up, you know, questions about genotypes and phenotypes, epistasis primarily. We also very quickly overwent the photosynthetic pigment practical, which is obviously chromatography. Oh, it took me a minute there. Obviously chromatography, and we looked very quickly at a couple very tiny questions involving, well, I say tiny, it was a very difficult question, involving the synapses. Some pretty decent mark points there that I would have gotten. And yeah, that was a pretty successful stream. Honestly, paper 2 doesn't seem as bad as I thought. Yeah, those questions were horrible, and in an exam I don't know whether I would apply the same logic as I've done on these streams, but I would happily give that paper, on a scale of like 1 to 10, with 10 being like piss difficult, 1 being piss easy, I'd give that like a solid 6. Compared to where I thought it would be, like an 8 or a 9. So I'm happy to wrap things up there. See you guys in a bit.